Comcast. It's an opening montage of We're Moving, and it's exactly what the original Karate Kid should have done instead of starting with that weird New Jersey shit. And yes, I'm sinning this movie for something the Karate Kid did wrong. Ah, there's that familiar skyline of well, someplace really small because they don't have any true skyscrapers. Looks cold. I'm going with Duluth until told otherwise. Dead end sign, mother and daughter carrying a rug, ceiling fan, excitement, making your teenager sleep on a twin bed.
We are modern babes in a modern world.
Okay, but the whole opening sure seemed to be hammering home how rural and unmodern the place they were moving to is. School bell rings and the protagonist / new student doesn't know where her first class is cliche.
Sure beats having a desk job.
They moved here for her to be a cocktail waitress? Wait, that's somethingist. She can be whatever she wants to be. Maybe they moved here to escape an abusive stepfather. Man, that's dark. How did I go so dark? Why am I still talking? Why is there still text showing up on screen saying, why am I still talking? Gah! Leaving a post-it message in your kid's lunch. And am I sending this because my mother never left me notes in my lunch? Yes. Yes, I am. Movies will never be able to get texting right because they're on the clock and every second matters. So in movies, you can send a text and get a reply literally 3 seconds later. And everyone in real life knows that you wait at least 60 seconds for a reply before assuming the person you messaged hates your guts forever and is trying to conspire to have you killed or are themselves dead.
Tell him I love
Why does Chaz need Haley to tell Maggie he loves cats? Weird.
The party's canceled. Stephanie's mom's a complete bitch. And I think we're just gonna drive around and get drunk.
Given that you are all high school students, that sounds like a terrible idea. And also, I kind of already figured about Stephanie's mom.
Let's get drunk!
Kids.
Wanna drag? It's cotton candy.
People who actually choose something with a cotton candy flavor that is not actually cotton candy. What's your second favorite vape flavor, Haley? I bet it's black licorice, f***ing Haley.
No, I'm good.
What, you don't vape?
Peer pressure, but also vaping.
Look, the cops come, just cry.
I don't know. Seems like you guys have done this a lot, and this still seems to be a very small town. So the cops should be familiar with this group and this scam, and sending the new girl shouldn't help.
They didn't have whatever Fireball is, so I got Aftershock. Man said it's the same thing.
Did he say anything about the van full of teenagers that have been loitering outside for hours, and that he definitely saw give you money to buy said Fireball?
Yo, that old chick wants to sit on your face, dude.
What the f***, Kyle? I'm sure his name is not Kyle, but I went with what felt right in the moment. But point still stands. What the f***, Kyle? At least wait until she's out of earshot. Movie is forcing us to spend the next 90 minutes with these f***ing kids, and I don't like it. Oh, and none of them die. Not even Kyle. Not even Kyle.
Hey! Oh my God! You changed. I'm not some thug.
And maybe you should have given them the change at the initial exchange instead of running up to the van like a wacko because the movie had gone almost 11 minutes without a jump scare. Leaving the door to your van open. Do you want a dead battery? Because this is how you get a dead battery. And van ants. Vance?
We're good. We're good.
Holy shit. The phone is ringing and he stops the blowjob to answer it. And that is either a really important phone call or a really terrible blowjob. Or both.
Your daddy sent me out here to arrest you.
Holy shit. Why would you admit this in front of modern teenagers who all know how to operate cell phones and other recording devices?
I played football with your dad in high school, and he's a dick. So, I'm gonna come back in 10 minutes, and all your shit out here is gonna be gone.
This officer is gonna let these inebriated kids get behind the wheel of a van and drive. He's not even gonna give Andy a sobriety test.
Do not talk to me like that. Come back here.
Am I the only one struggling to buy Juliette Lewis as a strict mom?
I'm running late for work. Can I just fill this out later?
Oh yeah, just sign the bottom and I'll do the rest.
Okay, I realize we have an entitled woman here dropping off a pet and an opportunistic woman here working at the vet's office. But if your vet professional says, just sign the bottom of the form and I'll fill in the rest of the information about your pet and your pet's recent behavior and health, which I have no knowledge of, or some paraphrased version of the same, then you should find a new vet.
Sorry, I'm fighting a migraine.
Well, go get some horse tranquilizer. I don't care. Do your job.
It's wild to me that a character could be this shit of a boss who would suggest something this extreme to get her underlings to do her bidding, but at the same time, because the actress is this good, you actually kind of side with her. The power of Allison Janney, ladies and gentlemen. It's legit. So the sin is on me, I guess. Are all these leashes to the left of her the same size? 6? Or are they all the same price? Also 6. It's weird that all these are 6s, right? Or upside down 9s, at least.
I'm marathoning John Hughes movies if you want to hang.
If you're trying to get your daughter to not be as inclined to sneak off and do teenage things you don't want her to do, is a helping of 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, Weird Science, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off really the best material to show her at this time?
She said we could hang out in her basement if we didn't want to drive around all night.
Okay, that is a huge red flag.
I mean, I'm down. I gotta pee really bad.
What the f***? They decide to party in the strange lady's basement, but why don't they at least drive the van up closer so they don't have to traverse such a great distance?
It calms me down so much to know that you guys aren't out there drinking and driving.
Yeah, but they're still drinking and will have to drive away from your place at some point where they will all most likely be drunk. I don't see how this would calm anyone down.
I'm gonna need your keys.
And he immediately hands over his keys like he was f***ing waiting for her to ask for them. God damn.
You got any pizza rolls, Ma?
Ma?
Roll credits? Roll credits. But also, this lady has bought you alcohol and invited you into her basement to have a drinking party, and you still have the nerve to ask her for pizza rolls like she's a f***ing maid?
You know what you need? Okay, hear me out. Couched there, snack wall, bam.
I realize he's been drinking, but he does know he's in a stranger's basement, yes? Just f***ing drink the alcohol. What kind of teenagers are these anyway?
If you don't want to be cool, that's on you. Just saying.
What the actual f***? He's openly antagonizing a woman that has bent over backwards for them, and why? See, this is why you don't antagonize strange women in their own basements.
Get naked, boy.
Sue-Ann forces an underage kid to strip naked at gunpoint, and these kids still choose to stay here, and they keep coming back. Also, this forced stripping at gunpoint brought to you by Coke. Savor the sex crimes.
This thing doesn't even work.
Which means that thing definitely works. Now we get a Ma flashback that is going to show us that she was horribly bullied as a teenager, and it's sadly not going to make this movie any less boring. This house is massive. Why does Ma live in such a huge ass f***ing house? I guess the answer is it's a family house, but she's still paying through the nose to heat and cool this thing, and she's a vet technician.
Oh my God, Erica f***ing Thompson?
High school reunions. All right, as f***ed up as it was going to be that they were going back to Ma's house to party again, they somehow invited half the f***ing school, and are these the stupidest teenagers that ever existed? There is zero chance this many kids are hanging out here, and not one of them either got caught sneaking in drunk, or one just had a realization how f***ed up this is and confessed to their parents. Ma's should already be shut the f*** down. He's apparently making appetizers enough to satisfy the whole crowd, but there are like 100 people here now, and this is still a regular house with a single oven, so what the f***?
Her dad's a pastor, so she comes to parties, pretends to be passed out so she doesn't have to drink.
As a person whose dad was a pastor, we don't do that. We do one of three things here. We do not attend the party due to morals, or we attend the party but only drink water as an attempt to shame the other attendees into loving Jesus, or we actually love all the hard shit and give us the weed laced with acid and the Bacardi 151 and the line of Coke because we are actively trying to break Christianity all on our own actions. Those are really the only three options.
The creepy single woman has successfully infiltrated the herd, largely due to the males being in heat and her fertility dance.
I'm so happy that Ma is finally accepted. Surely this is all she ever wanted, and no one from here on in will need to suffer any kind of suffering, right? Right?
Milk did that body good.
These kids will still f***ing come back here again.
We'll ask nicely.
This isn't asking nicely, Haley. You're just gonna enter the house and look for a bathroom. That's called trespassing nicely.
You shouldn't have done that.
Maggie will be so concerned about this moment where she hears Sue-Ann potentially beating someone that she will not tell a single person about it and will continue to be okay with coming over and partying with Ma a couple more times. Are these the stupidest teenagers that ever existed? But letting her see that someone peed in the toilet won't tip her off. Ma sends 1,000 texts overnight, and yet Maggie will still end up back at Ma's place later in the movie. IQ test this whole damn town, and I bet it scores lower than a town with 0 people.
Taylor gave it to me for our 5 months, so I finally let him go down on me.
A lot to unpack here. First, celebrating 5-month anniversaries. Second, buying jewelry for a girl you've been seeing for 5 months. Third, saying all this bare-ass honest shit about your sex life in the high school hallway.
Hi. Oh, what are you doing here?
That's a great question. How is an adult allowed on campus in the middle of a school day unsupervised?
She got a job?
Yeah, Ma, don't you got a job? You see, it's a great question with terrible grammar, so I chose to make fun of both.
Girl, you need a man.
Girl, you need to watch your mouth.
Ma would be the deadliest at CinemaSins. If you have a cow statue outside your house with golden horns and a pile of milk below the teats and a welcome sign hanging around its neck, I will not only never ring your doorbell or step foot inside your house, I might burn the whole thing down on spite alone. See? Everyone is back! Like none of the previous Ma being insane scenes made anyone have any cause for concern, and are these the stupidest teenagers that ever existed?
Men are dogs. They only want one thing. You don't want to mess your life up with the baby.
Jesus, you sound like my mother.
Actually, Erica was super cool about all this. She said,
Yeah, okay. I think it's super cool.
so off, Maggie, with your my mom doesn't get me bullshit.
I don't want to hang out at Ma's anymore. And I don't want you there either.
Finally, someone uses logic in this movie, but I will bet you 50 cents she still ends up back there. Gonna rack up 1 cent now, and I'll hold that 50 for when I'm proven right.
But now you have to go get egg rolls with me. I'm gonna put ketchup on them.
Stop the f***ing movie. Stop that right now. Stop it in your home. Stop it in your car. Stop it on your phone. Stop it in a theater. What the f***? You can put ketchup on a lot of things without offending me. Fritos, mac and cheese, fish sticks, chicken nuggets, etc. But putting ketchup on an egg roll is objectionable to all cultures involved, and it offends the flavor gods. Die in hell for this!
And my dad owns an armored vehicle company, so they transport stuff for like museums and banks and that kind of thing.
Andy absolutely buried the lead about his dad.
Is your dad Ben Hawkins?
Yeah.
We went to high school together.
Didn't everyone in this tiny town go to high school with each other?
I didn't know about your mom. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Dad's got a new buddy now.
Oversharing.
Just block her. I did.
Yeah, Andy had to as well. I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad after all of Ma's clear manipulation attempts? She's listening and re-listening to the message warning people about her, and just how the early does the vet office open? Does she have keys?
Look, I really need you to meet me at the rock piles after school tomorrow. It's an emergency. Please come.
At least they're not dumb enough to do that. Damn it!
What's wrong?
It's cancer.
$1 million she is lying, because she is always lying. And why do these kids keep giving her the benefit of the doubt?
I could sure use some friends, though.
Even if you're a grown adult wanting to hang out with high school kids, why are you going out of your way for these kids? I mean, 2 minutes of Andy or Chaz talking would be the 7th level of hell.
She was wearing Stephanie's bracelet. You didn't notice?
I did not notice, but thanks for the heads up.
I know she has my grandma's ring.
You actually don't know that. You strongly suspect that. Jesus, hellscape f***ing Narnia, how many goddamn patients does this vet clinic have? Because if I go by the files behind Ma here, it's thousands. This is a super tiny town. Here's yet another flashback letting us know that Ma was mistreated in her school years, and at this point, I think we got it. This f***ing kid. This Munchausen syndrome by proxy subplot is super weird and doesn't really go anywhere, and this relationship is way more interesting than Ma trying to befriend a few idiotic high school kids.
I went to the 10-year reunion. After that, forget it.
High school reunions.
I think you're trying to get back at me. Come on, we both know you had a thing for me, and I barely gave you the time of day.
Being both cocky and a cock. She really is a lazy vet tech.
I'm sorry about your mom.
This should be memed. It should be my new ringtone. If it were possible, when you called me, I would have the ringtone you hear be...
I'm sorry about your mom.
She works at the vet where we take Lou. And then she was just stopping in to check on how he was doing.
Vet technicians don't do that. Even vets themselves don't do that. If someone rings your doorbell and says they work for your vet and they're checking up on your pet, kick them in the crotch, slam and lock the door, call the cops, and go get your hunting bow. Look, I want to feel bad for Ma. I really do. But having the whole school in on a joke where she thinks she's giving a BJ to one dude, but is really giving a BJ to a different dude, and then she finds out and everyone laughs at her, seems like, I don't know, too hard a prank to actually pull off. This is a movie prank. In real life, can you imagine a popular kid in your school coming up to you at lunch saying,
So I'm going to convince this girl to give head to someone that isn't me, but she'll think it's me because she's stupid and has a crush on me. Do you want to point and laugh at her with me afterwards?
like, off. Running over a Mercedes with a beat-up truck. Why the would you kill the vet lady and then put her inside a dog crate to bleed out? With very few minutes left in the film, Ma needle drugs one of the few people who might catch on to her secret. But the sin here is for a needle drug that knocks someone out in 3 seconds. That is some movie bullshit.
There are only 20 minutes left and she is flipping off her mother, and I'm concerned we can't wrap everything up in time.
Pulling on a door that clearly says push, and yet it still opens.
Mine now. Thanks for these earrings.
I realize we're dealing with high schoolers, but if she falls for this and goes to Ma's without instead informing an adult or a member of law enforcement, which she is/will, then we are failing our modern high schoolers in the areas of logic, common sense, math, and self-esteem.
You said you weren't gonna hang out with here anymore.
It's Chaz's birthday. What the f?
How does it being Chaz's birthday have anything to do with you willingly returning to this place? You blocked this woman on your phone. How are you here right now, Andy? But also, I was right in my earlier sin that she'd be back, so I'm adding my 50 sins now. This is why you never drink mystery drinks at parties. At least take something you can use as a weapon.
Jeannie?
What are you doing upstairs, Maggie? Break a window downstairs and leave. I don't even feel sorry for her. If Ma was just wanting the original crew here for this, then why is Ashley still here? She irons his stomach, and I don't feel sorry for him. Out of all these kids, the one who gets the most up is Ashley, who did nothing except come over to Ma's and pretend to be asleep the majority of the time.
This ought to shut you up for once.
Don't feel sorry for her either.
You know how hard it is to know that everybody's having fun without you?
But they were all having fun with you before you screwed it up by being evil.
I love you.
Aww. You realize the sheer arm strength Ma would have to lift a girl like this? This is why you don't keep a bunch of lit candles on your wooden basement stairs.
She's weak, just like her mother. You tell her! Tell her how weak you were!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay, Sue-Ann?
Why are you conversing with her? Run! Her daughter is named Jeannie, and she's yelling for her. But I like to pretend she doesn't have a daughter. And in addition to being a psychopath, she's also a huge Aladdin fan. And she's delusionally calling for the lamp genie to come save her right now. Just a reminder, about 5 minutes ago, her daughter clobbered her in the face with a f***ing cast iron skillet. And here, she looks like she got a mosquito bite above her right eye. This movie is going to give Ma some kind of poetic death. And she's just not worth the screen time. It would be better if this movie had spent this time showing us Maggie and her mother having moved again, now having a healthier relationship, and Maggie gets a letter from Andy, roll credits. That's how they should have done it. Holy shit, that fire spread fast. It started in the basement like literally 3 minutes ago, and now she's on the second story. Did this house get built with gasoline-soaked wood? Holy f***, the fire department arrived at this countryside fire in less than 5 minutes. Do their fire engines have NOS?
You got any pizza rolls, Ma?
We never, ever eat at lunch period. Do you understand me?
I got a bunny in the back. You want to see the bunny?
You might know me. I'm Darrell.
Okay.
That's Andy, and this guy do this jazz. The bigger ones do way more stuff.
Oh, a Jersey boy.
Well, what brings you all the way out here?
Now I see what's going on. A man sending a girl to do his dirty work. Guys, I used to do the same thing when I was your age.
Well, like Joan Collins, I believe that age is just a number.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
He refused a blowjob from his ex-girlfriend mid-blowjob.
Dude, I think he's doing the dice thing too much. That's really all he's got.
I got us a beer pong table and a keg of Bud Light is on ice if y'all are all down to clown.
I don't like chicken, and I hate clowns.
I heard you did a pilot.
That was my 15 minutes.
What was it?
It was a show about a team of female secret agents called Fox Force 5.
Hello, Misty. You crazy bitch.
I'm sorry, okay, Sue-Ann?
I am so sorry, man. I am so sorry.